What's up, JB Navy? It's your Captain Jasmine Black, and I'm back with another video. And yesterday, I told you guys that I wasn't going to completely trauma dump on you guys about where I've been and everything that I've been going through. I was going to just make it into segments of content. So today, we are going to talk about one of the things that I was dealing with during my little hiatus away from YouTube and just content in general is creator's block. Creator's block. I don't know if people refer to it as different things, but that's what I refer to it as. And that is when you have a hard time creating content, no motivation to create content, and just feel like you just don't have any ideas or just get overwhelmed at the thought of creating content. So I came up with 5 ways that I am in the process of healing myself, regaining my focus and motivation back to do content again. And I came up with 5 tricks that will probably help you guys as well, or anyone else out there dealing with creator's block. So let's get into it. So number 1 that I have on my list is having a morning routine. My dream morning routine is to wake up at 5 a.m., eat a light breakfast, which will be like toast or maybe like a small fruit bowl or yogurt, something like that. You want to have a light breakfast because a heavy breakfast will have you ready to go back to sleep. Okay. So my dream routine is 5 a.m., workout, light breakfast, lots of water, do my hair, do my makeup, and shoot straight to my content office, my content space, to shoot content or to tackle the hardest task of the day. So, and that's what I've been doing as of lately. I've been getting up at 5 a.m. Okay. Like today was one of them days I got up at 5 a.m. and I'm feeling it now. But look, I got my drink of choice here. This is mushroom coffee. We're going to talk about that. But I'm really just trying to finally stick to the routine. So having a morning routine is very, very important, and it's key, especially for the creators out there who have children or have work or have other things they have to do, maybe even live with family, things like that. And the reason why getting up early in the morning really, really helps is because you get up before everyone else. Everyone is probably asleep, so you get this time completely to yourself. And even if you live alone, this is still a good thing, because even getting into the habit of just having a routine, getting up early, and creating these basic habits for yourself will really pay off in life in general. Meditation is very, very important because it clears everything out your mind first, and then you can just get ready to do whatever it is that you're about to do. So I like to meditate, clear my mind of anything that I was thinking about before, anything that I was doing before, and get ready to walk into the next part of my day. Rather it's recording, rather it's completing a task, whatever that may be. I just like to meditate after breakfast, after working out, after my shower. I like to go into meditation before I tackle any task or do any type of recording. And like I said, this just clears my mind and get me ready and prepared to focus on the next task that I'm about to do. Also, a part of my routine is having a drink of choice. And my drink of choice is mushroom coffee. Okay, I've switched to mushroom coffee, and I do not crash the same way I did on regular coffee. So drink whatever helps you out. I mean, I'm anti Red Bull because it's not healthy. It's not good for you. I don't think coffee's really that good for you either, but I think coffee's better than Red Bull. Not sure, allegedly. Okay, let me put that out there. But yeah, so coffee, espresso, Red Bull. But honestly, I have a collaboration with this mushroom coffee, and I'm going to put the link in there for you guys, and I'll put it here so you guys can check it out. But I really sincerely drink it. Like, I literally do not drink regular coffee anymore. I drink mushroom coffee now because I've noticed such a difference. 1, I don't crash. 2, I don't need a nap. And I still get amped up the same way I would with coffee, because that's what I drink coffee for, to get amped up. But I stay amped up. all the way until it's time for bed. Like, not like a crazy raging way, but I have a burst of energy from this. And mushroom coffee is just, it's a taste that you can get used to, but I still add cream and sugar to it. But it's a taste you got to get, used to. But man, the results are good, really good. So I'm gonna put that link in the video for you guys, and also down below so you can check out that coffee. All right, moving on to tip number 2. Do the hardest tasks first. After our morning routine or meditation or coffee or shower or working out, do the hardest tasks first. So the longest video, the longest essay that you have for school, the phone call that you got to be on hold for the longest, whatever it may be. Do the hardest, most tedious, the task that you dread doing. Please do that first and get it completely out the way. You're going to feel so satisfied. You're going to feel so proud of yourself once you get that task out the way. And it's going to make everything else you do a breeze because you got the hardest thing out the way. A lot of the times, the reason why we're dragging our feet is because we're thinking about that hard task or that dreadful thing that we have to get to today. And just getting that out the way is a burden. Lift it off of your spirit, which just makes you feel like excited to do more. I think the best example that I got of that, and I don't know if this is a good example or not, but I remember one time doing Thanksgiving dishes. Thanksgiving dishes is a lot of freaking dishes, okay? And we didn't have a dishwasher at the time. And I did those dishes. And when I got done, I looked at I was like, wow, I just really did all those dishes. And I went on ahead and cleaned the whole kitchen just because at first I was like, I don't want to do these dishes. This is a lot. This is crazy. This is insane. I can't believe I have to do these by myself. And then when I got done, I was like, that really wasn't that bad. It was bad, but it wasn't that bad. And it actually gave me more energy to finish the rest of the kitchen. I had to be like 14 or something. But that is honestly how I feel when I'm starting my day. When I get that hard thing, that heavy thing out the way, I'm like, okay, so what else are we going to tackle today? So get that hard thing out the way first. Tip number 3, look for inspiration outside of the internet. Okay. This is key because what leads us to creator's block a lot of times too is comparing ourselves to other influencers, other creators, and just other people in general. And it looks so easy to them. And then when we go out there and try to do it, the camera's falling over, the lighting isn't right, and we just get unmotivated, okay? Look for inspiration outside the internet. Dig deep into yourself. Spend some time alone. Go out there and shoot your content and just shoot it. Like, just shoot it and just bring it home, edit it, fix the lighting yourself. I just felt this is kind of like a personal thing because I go online and I see how easy it is for everybody to put their videos out, to create their lifestyle photos, to make these beautiful pages and things like that. And when I go out there and try to do it, sometimes I have the hardest time, especially if you don't have a lot of support, especially if you don't have a lot of people that can help you with equipment or go with you to locations to shoot videos or photos and stuff. It can be very discouraging and lead to creator's block. It makes you just unmotivated to create. So log off the internet and spend some time with yourself and just take your camera and go. The less you see, the more you're going to do. I promise you. Like, the less you watch other people, it helps you have your trial and error without feeling, how do I say it? Without feeling like, it allows you to have your trial and error without feeling rushed, without feeling like you're behind. So I really strongly suggest putting down the phone, logging out for a couple of days, and just doing your own thing. Tip number 4, have conversations with friends and family. This can get your creative juices flowing again. If you find yourself getting to a place where you're running out of topics to talk about for your podcast, or you're running out of ideas, or you feel like you're not being true to yourself, having conversations with people and just listening to yourself respond and paying attention to the thoughts that you have. It's so many times that I talk to friends and family, I'll be like, ooh, that was a good conversation. I should do a podcast on that, or I might watch a TV show or something and just be like, "Ooh, that was a good scene right there," or a thought that I had. So a lot of times, just spending some time with yourself or talking to friends and family and having conversations and um, kind of having those homegrown intimate relationships, like maybe even talking to your spouse, sparking a conversation with him, or sparking a conversation with your mom or your siblings or your grandma, like that type of stuff, and watching yourself respond. It's like, oh wow, there I go again. There go my uniqueness. There go my thought process. Because I honestly believe that we are so involved in the internet that the internet is kind of like programming us a way to think, a way to speak, and a way to be, and we kind of start forgetting about who we truly are. Like I really honestly feel that way. I feel like we start to forget who we are. We start to forget what we like because we do so much time comparing and watching everyone else. We start having like imposter syndrome. It's just we go through so much. So getting back to those homegrown relationships and those intimate relationships and having conversations again and doing things the old school way will start to remind you of who you are and make you remember. And it starts to get your creative juices flowing again. I can attest to that. And that is why that was tip number 4 for me. Tip number 5, write your ideas down or put them in your notes. This is a very cliche tip, but it's important. My phone is filled with every single time I had an idea during my creator's block. I couldn't get myself to create. But as I started meditating, as I start using these tips that I've told you guys today, my creative juices start flowing again, and topics just start flowing in my head, and things that I wanted to do just start flowing in my head. And although I didn't have the energy to get up and create them or to record them or to execute, I had the thought and I put it in my notes. And now that I'm ready to return to content, I have notes filled with everything that I thought of, and as I was rejuvenating my spirit. So make sure you put, I don't care how crazy it is, if you have the instant like, oh, that's a good one, take your phone out, create a folder that says podcast, that says YouTube, that says whatever social media platform it belongs to. Create a folder and put it in there. Instagram captions, I have a folder for Instagram captions, Instagram ideas, YouTube ideas, podcast ideas. I have a folder for each one, and every single time an idea sparks in my head, I go to that folder and I type it and I put it in there with a small note about how it should go. So I could be driving around in my car and I'd be like, oh, look at that restaurant. I want to try that restaurant. Oh, I got an idea. I should do a lunch with me. You know what I mean? So I'll like put the restaurant in my phone and I'll put a description of what I want to do with that restaurant, and I'll just stash it away and I'll get to it eventually. So these are the ways that I started to get my creative juices flowing again, to get out of my creator's block. I shared 5 tips with you guys today. I hope that they were helpful. Comment down below, what do you think about these 5 tips? If you want me to do another video, you guys have some tips also that you use to get out of your content creator block, put them down below, because I would like to talk about them and I would like to discuss them. And I appreciate you guys for watching today. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys so much. Shout out to the JB Navy, and I'm out.